back here looking through the junk hoard, and I think I might have just found our next project. Little greenie. Little green weed eater right there. Let's go on ahead and bring him in the shop and we'll take a look at him. Hey guys, and how's it going? Got another video for you guys today. Did some videos on a couple of rototillers and some push mowers, and I remembered that I had a weed eater, or I don't think I've ever done a video on a weed eater before. And this is actually my first time working on a two-stroke power equipment. So we're going to take a look at this and figure out what's going on. This is actually a customer's weed eater that she left it here for, I think it just needed a carb cleaning and a, what else was it? I think that was it. A carburetor cleaning, oh, and new lines. And I got into looking at it. She dropped it off and she ended up sending me another message, and she said, hey, my son just bought me another mower, or another weed eater and a push mower. You can, I don't think I'll really need that weed eater anymore. You can keep it if you want. And so I kept it around, and I left it here on the table thinking I'd end up getting to it and fixing it. I think it's actually been in a video before. I'm not 100% sure. But, well, in the background. But I'm looking at it right now. Well, she said that, and I looked at it, and she said that she didn't need it anymore. And so I asked her if she was sure. She said, yeah, I don't need it. You can keep it if you want it, or turn around and sell it. And so I ended up leaving it in here thinking I was going to get around to it, and I never really got to it. It just kind of got in the way. And so I put it outside. I thought, well, if I ever end up getting around to it, I'll mess with it. It's really not on the top of my list to mess with, and all we've been working on lately is tractors, and spring is among us, so I thought, well, we'll go on ahead and we'll make a video on doing something different. This is actually my first two-cycle project, and there was a reason I put it out back. I forget what the reason was, because I messed with it and it had a few other problems that I noticed, so I put it out back. As you can see, it needs new fuel lines. I don't think that was the whole problem, but this was another issue I had with it, was the style of weed eater string it uses. I'm not a huge fan of. But anyway, so I brought it in. I figured we'd go on ahead and take a look at it and see what it needs. Let me put you guys up in the stand. Oh, that's a problem right there. I think that was another reason I didn't want to mess with it. It has a no spark plug. I do not see any water in there, so that might be a good sign. But it's got no plug in it at the moment. It came to me without a plug. For anybody who was wondering, somebody had looked at it and decided they didn't want to mess with it. I think that was kind of what stopped me. So we're going to go on ahead, look into it, and see what exactly is all wrong with it. I'm hoping no water got into it. I would really like to not have to pull this motor apart to find out if it did or not, but we'll end up doing it probably if we have to. So let me get you guys put in the stand. We will take a look at it and figure out what is going on. Get you guys up in the stand. Let's go on ahead and take a look at it. It's been about a year since I've messed with it, so I don't really know what all is wrong with it or remember. Air filter looks it looks decent. Not perfect. It's just one of those sponge air filters. I would say it looks okay. I'm pretty sure the choke works. That's probably open choke, and that's probably closed. It looks like it has fuel in the primer bulb. If we squeeze it, Yeah, it just blows everywhere. So that's the primer line. That line's no good. Do I have any? Ew. Smells like the fuel that came out of the 68 when I first got it. Varnish. So that's gonna need a new fuel line. So I think we are going to start pulling this. Yeah, that's full choke like I thought. So I guess we are going to have to start pulling this thing. Did you guys? That fuel line's brittle. It just fell right apart. Luckily, I do have some fuel line for one of these small engines. Let me get it right here. So that shouldn't be a big deal to fix. So hopefully. So let's go on ahead, and I think pull it over and make sure it moves. Pulls over. Oh, that's why I quit using it. Right there. If you guys didn't notice, it sticks. It sticks and it slides. I'll show you. Ready? Oh, it didn't that time. Hear it? Hear that? Come on. So, it likes to. I think that was why I quit messing with it to begin with. But when you pull it slowly, okay, so it does. We're gonna have to pull it apart. More than likely, it looks like it's already been apart. Or no, maybe. Looking in there, I don't see any damage done to it. I think we might. So it's gonna need more work than I thought it would. So I think to get this cover off, we just loosen these 4 screws, and I think that pulls the whole motor off of here. So I was hoping it would be a little bit easier than that. I don't. It's been a while since I've messed with this mower, with this string trimmer. Now altogether, it just doesn't want to go back in. So what do we do? Let's go on ahead, I would say, and we will pull. What the hell? It appears all of the bolts are gone. All except for one. This is interesting. That one, oh, hold on a minute, that one's gone. That one's still there. None of them. Hold on a minute, that's weird. So, okay, something is not right about this thing. We might have, we might be playing with the devil. Oh, I see. Okay, this right here. That just pulls, that probably just cool to pull that cover though. That's probably just for this cover. Let me grab my Allen wrenches and we will move you guys over here a little bit so you can see everything. There we go. Let me grab my Allen wrenches and we'll get into it a little bit more. Went over there and grabbed my wrenches. One of these things is not like the others. And I think it's you. No. You? It's on this one a little bit. You. Let's see if pulling that. Yeah, I had thought for sure that we were done. Grab a dish or something we can put all these in. Little plate. There's one. There's probably going to be two underneath behind that gas tank that we're going to have to fish out. Let's see. There we go. Move this over here so I don't have to listen to it. Not going to give up on it just yet. And then hold on a minute. There's one. Right there. We'll probably end up having to pull that gas tank. I guess we should probably go on ahead and pull that carburetor off. We can get into that. So we have a good carburetor. We can save for another engine. I got a couple other. I got a weed eater. No, never mind. I just have one with the same motor on it. Be a good engine swap candidate if the motor ends up being good. Okay, so this just came right out. I'm gonna guess the motor slides out. Ha, look at that. Look at that. We gotta get this off of here. So the motor came out. This is gonna have to, well, we don't need to pull the motor. We can just do this. Okay. Remind me, one goes where? Shit. How does it spin? If you're not having compression, I'd say it spins pretty good. Hey, a good little parts donor, if you ask me. Oh shit. We might. No, we don't. Let's see. How do we separate the pull start mechanism? I think that motor came out of there way too easy. Tell you that much. Okay, so the bottom one goes here. I'm gonna tell myself, okay, I see how it goes. So that one is the bottom. Oh, that's the kill switch. I don't think it mattered. Okay, it won't matter how they go back on. I just won't break the crimps, which would really suck. There we go. This is just a kill switch. I don't think it would honestly matter what way. Oh, damn it, we broke the crimp. Whatever. Well, put this over here for now. We'll test it and see if it's a good motor or not. This is what drives the PTO down there. So this, we need to figure out why sometimes it grabs. And I think I just figured out why. These plastic teeth right here are what grab onto the flywheel. And when they grab onto the flywheel and they spin this engine over, they grab onto here and that's what turns over the motor. But it appears these are all busted off, as you can see, so cheap. I'll tell you, cheap. It probably came from Lowe's. one or the other box stores. So I guess we got a motor. We're not gonna. I'd say we're gonna go on ahead and let this go, but we're gonna keep the motor. What do we want to do? What do we want to do with this thing? I'd say it's most likely a good motor. We'd need a spark plug for it to see if it has spark or not. And then that came apart way too easy. Okay, whoa, where does this... Oh, I see. There's one there and there's one there. Okay, that's how it held down. Not 100% sure if there's a head gasket. I doubt there's a head gasket on here or anything, so I want to pull the piston out and take a look at it, but I don't know if there's a head gasket there or not. I don't want to replace it, so we're just going to leave it alone. You guys are all probably looking at me and laughing. Again, I'm not 100% sure what I want to do here. Let's see, what? In order to fix it, we'd have to replace this right here. If I was a machinist, I'd make one. But unfortunately, they're all torched. It's spun over a little bit, you know, and then it gets caught up too, which is probably my fault for leaving it set out there. You know, but I think it actually had a hang-up problem before. I don't want to invest time into it if I know it's not going to work. So, what do we want to do here? I think with a two-stroke engine, it'll run either way, either this way or even that way. It doesn't matter. I don't want to shoot the barrel and say I'm going to hold off on it for a little while, but I don't want to end up getting into it and find out this motor's got rod knock or something like that, because I'm spinning it over. It doesn't seem to have a knock. Let's throw a spark plug in it and see if it's got compression. Went over there and I grabbed a small spark plug. We're just going to pop it in here and see if it decides it wants to work or not. We'll check for spark here later. I want to see if this motor has compression or not. Hopefully it won't run away. Yeah, we could drop it in the vise. Ready? Let's see. I would say for a two-stroke it has decent compression. Yeah, I'd say it's got good compression. So, okay. It's got compression. I think. What is moving around? Oh, that's the weight inside the fuel tank. I would say it has good enough compression. It'll run. I know what I want to say. I want to say I just want to leave it here, but I want to see if the motor will come back. I know the rest of the machine's not going to come back. You really can't fix that. I don't think that they sell parts for machines that come from Lowe's. So we're just going to go on ahead and say we're going to go on ahead and say the machine is totaled. The engine might come back, but again, you're playing. You're playing with fire when it comes with that. You don't want to put too much into a. You could probably get $5 out of this. I could probably sell this motor for $5. I might be able to get a little bit out of it, but you don't want to put too much time in it and end up having it not run, or it's got rod knock to it. I'd pop the carburetor in the ultrasonic cleaner. We've got nothing to lose. We've got nothing to lose right now with this engine, but I'm trying to make my point. What the? That was weird. But I'm trying to make my point with it. I think something must have fell off the roof. But I'm trying to make my point with it. And what is going on? But anyway, so that's where we're at right now with this motor. I'm just going to go on ahead and say that this is totaled. I'm not going to mess with it any further. The motor, I'm going to put it upstairs. We'll hold on to it and we'll see if we can get it to come back. I don't want to mess with it right now. It's not my top priority, so I'm just going to say we'll leave the motor alone for now. We might come back and mess with the weed eater a little bit more and see if we can pop this out of here. I have another. You know what? I'm going to leave that in there for right now. That'd probably be the best option to do. Just leave it in there. There we go. Let's pop back into there. I think the best option would probably be just to leave it in there for right now. So I'm going to go on ahead and end this video here. We didn't really accomplish much with this motor, but you know, you win some and you lose some, and this one just so happened to be one that what is going on? I'm going to go on ahead and wrap this video up here. You win some and you lose some, and I think this is one that I hate to admit it, but I think I lost, unfortunately, with this motor. This is not, these stuff nowadays is made in China. China doesn't do a very good job at making their stuff. So, okay. I think we're going to go on ahead and wrap this video up here. I think we're going to go on ahead and wrap this video up here. I want to thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.